Hey fragrance lovers and enthusiasts, welcome back. It's Benjamin here at the Centaur Fragrance channel talking about another beautiful fragrance that you most likely have not heard of. If you want to find the new fragrances that nobody's talking about, the unexplored fragrances, I'm definitely one of those fragrance people that'll bring them to you. So if you're off the beaten path, if you're tired of designer fragrances, if you're tired of hearing about the same old hum and balum that everybody's been talking about, I got you covered. So first off, this one's called Naica. I think that's how you say it. It's by the house of Nome Paris, a new niche brand on the scene. They're coming to the USA pretty soon. I'm very fortunate to get these samples from them, and I love my Kalahari. I really respect Atitlan, but this is probably my least favorite out of the bunch. Now, I'm not going to focus on notes. I'll link them in, the brand in the description below. I'm trying to focus on my, here on my YouTube channel, telling y'all what I actually smell, the main accords, and how the fragrance actually feels. So to my nose, this fragrance comes off, and I can definitely smell a little bit of a subdued, maybe a high quality citronella. Now, a lot of y'all might not be familiar with citronella. It's a very grassy, almost like sharp type of citrus. It's often used as a mosquito or a bug repellent, but it doesn't smell terrible. But it's just not something that I love because I grew up around citronella candles to ward off mosquitoes. At scout camp when I was a Boy Scout, I would burn. There was these little green twist that you would burn to ward off mosquitoes to make sure you weren't eaten alive in at the campsite. So that's not something I particularly love. As it dries down, that citronella, like lemon, that citrus really holds on. It doesn't go away really, which I was wishing it would go away, but honestly it doesn't, and it holds on. There's a little bit of supporting florals. There's a little bit of some modern light woods. Overall, I do think that there is this modern, almost like vetiver type of quality about this fragrance, but it's more of like a white, light amber, not amber, but vetiver. And I do feel like at times I also do perhaps feel a very modern, light amber wood or amber type of quality to this fragrance. It's very subtle, it's very reserved, it's very inoffensive, even though that I personally don't like the citruses in this fragrance. It's a fragrance that's highly versatile and easy to wear for everyday situations. But I don't feel like the notes really stand out of this fragrance. And I don't feel like they're particularly juicy with like a citrus or particularly loud and noticeable, especially for the price range, which we'll talk about soon. So to me, this is a fragrance that leaves me wanting. I wanted a bigger, bolder fragrance with a lot more personality. And this fragrance really just blends into this, I don't know, white, clean vetiver musk and a little bit of this different kind of citrus. Again, almost smelling like citronella. I just don't feel like this fragrance is overtly complex or interesting. And I'm just being 100% honest with y'all. Performance-wise, this is a weaker performer. It's 5 to 7 hours on my skin. It's not the longest lasting. It's not terrible in performance, but the projection is a little bit more slightly below average, and sillage is maybe also average or maybe slightly below average. So it's not a great performer. And for the price, again, we'll talk about that in a second. Guys, I just can't support this fragrance. Even though I love Kalahari and I love new niche brands coming out of the woodworks, and I love supporting them and mentioning and talking about them, this is not a fragrance that I personally would recommend. But of course, I support and encourage everybody getting out there and smelling their own fragrance. Always get out there and smell the fragrance and get your own opinion on it. See if you like it. See if it's worth the money for you. Compliment factor wise, this fragrance did not get me attention. This fragrance did not get me likes. This fragrance did not get me any type of seductive charm whatsoever. So overall, it's just a miss. I think that you could buy Hane Mori for him. I think that you could probably buy an Issey Miyake pour Homme or something like that for 20, 30 odd dollars. Get better performance, and probably the average person would be much happier. The price for these fragrances are a little bit over $200, and then you probably have to pay shipping. If you want them, at least right now, they're not really spread in the U.S. very much. So, with you have to pay shipping fees and taxes, and on top of the $200, this fragrance gets very expensive very fast for a fragrance that I don't feel is overtly exciting or interesting. But maybe you want something very light, something very offensive, but yet something a little bit higher quality. This might work for some of y'all out there, but for me, for the quality, for the performance, and for the price of what you're getting, this is personally something that I wouldn't recommend going out there. I think that Atitlan is definitely the better fragrance from the line if you want something in the same kind of vein or same kind of feel. Also, there's a house called Devona, which is more of an indie niche kind of house for you ladies who would be, likers of something like this. They have a lot of fragrances that have a similar feel and probably give you, kind of a similar fragrance for a lot cheaper. And you can buy them in smaller, 1 ounce kind of increments. So, interesting fragrance, but I'm not really a supporter of it. I got to be 100% transparent with y'all, like I always am. Even though I do want this brand to get some support behind it, I care about lots of brands. I do want them to succeed, but not every fragrance from every brand is going to be a winner. It's just the truth of it. Not every brand is a winner as a whole, and not every fragrance from every brand is a winner. So this is my true to the heart, true from the heart review of Naica. I think, again, I hope I'm saying that right, but I'll see you next time, everybody. Hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, share the video, and tell a friend about this video or channel if you'd like to help me out as a fragrance channel. I'll see you next time, everybody. Hope that you're smelling great. I hope that you're doing well. I'll see you next time, everybody. Peace out. Wear what you love, rock what you got, and bye.